I love the term restoration for the city of Detroit. Is it possible in today's climate, in the racial tensions, to actually plant a church in a city that everybody said is forgotten and actually see a multi-ethnic, multi-economic, that means people who have and people who do not have, worshiping and actually knowing each other by name? Is that possible? In my mind, that was a Mosaic. I did something that's pretty dangerous, jokingly speaking, is that I did a sabbatical. And in that, the entire time as I was praying, I believed that God was going to allow me to find the individual who was going to go to Detroit and actually plant a church that would be multi-ethnic, and that our church in the suburbs would be a partner with that. I began to pray, and as I'm praying about who I should send to Detroit, the Holy Spirit says, Mick, do you still have 20 seconds of courage left in you? I want you to resign your position. I want you to be the one to go and actually see this happen in Detroit. You would walk through Detroit, you would find a city of contrasts. You will find people that are professional, and you'll find people that are homeless and without hope. And yet God has begun a renovation of the city. Did God ever leave Detroit? Never has he left Detroit. Are there amazing people in Detroit? Those are the real heroes, the ones that have stuck through all of this pain and now are getting a chance to see the renovation. You can't draw conclusions on a particular culture without first being there and living with the people and among the people. Proximity changes everything. If I took you to Midtown and walked around, most of the people I know by face and many by name. Why? Because I'm here every day. I believe that relationship is the missing link to the church today. And God spoke to me about that, how I was actually not willing to go to deeper levels of relationship. I started going on short-term mission trips internationally, even as a teenager. Ended up believing God was calling my wife and I to an unreached area of the world where there is no gospel. Leave that entire chapter of my life, go into Stony Creek, serve with everything I had, but with a window around me of protection, that I'm not going to go into the messiness of people's life. And it wasn't until I'm in Detroit in a hotel room with a gentleman who is struggling with his addiction. And as I'm helping him, getting him dressed in the stench of his room, Jesus said to me, this is where you're supposed to be in relationship. You're supposed to hurt with people. People want to be known, and people want to be seen, and people want to be heard, and people want to be loved. That's really how we're going to change the world, is when we're there in the messiness of their life.
Yeah, the first time I met Pastor Mick was at the rehabilitation center that I was in. He's kind of become my mentor. He led me here to Mosaic. I remember coming through the doors of Mosaic, and I felt that love immediately. As I walked through the door, my spirit just came alive.
And I walked into that church that first time. It was like a wake-up call. I found a church that I will grow. I find a church that I will serve. I found home.
I think at the heart of God is restoration. We remodeled and purchased a building that needed restored. People would look at it before and would be disgusted, and now they walk in and they are amazed. God can do the same thing in our lives. The cross is an example to us that every single one of us are broken. And regardless of our skin color, our ethnicity, the economic background we have, we're all in need of the exact same thing. And it's not just for a select few, it's for everybody. It's for all of us.
God has given me grace and mercy.
He's consistently been there for me.
He's consistently making me new.
And when I press into his mercies, that's just life-giving for me.
I have a chance at life. I see a future now. This is what God did for me.